Okay, well, wouldn't it be nice if psychiatrists and psychologists could solve all their patients' problems like this? Take 2 rom-coms and call me in the morning. Or start with action-adventure. If the pain persists, we can try some horror flicks. If they were actually certified, our next guest would make a fortune doing just that. But unfortunately, they're critics and film fans, and they don't get to charge $200 an hour.
Yowzers. Well, for years they were the Movie Date podcast team at WNYC Radio, and we're excited to reunite them here on BK Live. Kristen Meinzer is now at Slate, working as the senior producer of Panoply Podcast, the Panoply Podcast. Welcome back, Kristen.
Nice
Great
to be
to
here.
see you again. And Rifer Guzman is the staff writer and film critic for Newsday. Welcome back to both of you. So happy. 1 year later. I can't believe it's been a full calendar year. Yeah, it really does.
Is this the first time you guys have seen each other in that whole year?
It's been like a few days.
Yeah, at least.
We reviewed the tape. You haven't changed the hair in the last year. You guys have been
You're actually wearing the same
cryogenic like
outfits,
Michael Jackson. Yes. So before we get into it, okay, I cannot have you here without asking you to give us your Reader's Digest version of the Oscars.
What do you want to know? I can tell you anything.
Tell us everything.
Everything. Okay, for Best Picture, I think it's going to be Spotlight, the journalism drama.
Still haven't seen it.
Now, you know the whole thing about the Producers Guild Award. The Producers Guild Award, they give out their award every year.
How
and that,
often is it?
Pretty much always.
Yeah.
Really, pretty much always. And this year they gave it to The Big Short, the Adam McKay movie.
Right.
I still don't feel like that's going to win. I still think Spotlight is going to win Best Picture. But Kristen, I think,
Tell him
may
why he's
disagree.
wrong.
I think there's a high likelihood that Spotlight could win, but if
Yeah.
I had my way, I would just love it if Room won. Room was by far my favorite movie of the year. I was so moved by it. I could not stop thinking about it afterward. And in so many ways, this is the quintessential movie for women to be represented in this year. We have a woman who's pretty much in every scene of the movie, carrying this movie. She's just terrific. I loved it.
She's going to win Best Actress,
Best
I
actor.
think.
Yeah,
So
Brie
who's,
Larson.
I think she'll
who's the
win.
Best Actor award this year?
Leo
It'll
DiCaprio,
go to Leo.
Revenant.
Finally,
his
after
first.
being in the wilderness, he's
Yes.
gonna get it. Is there any other? Should we do supporting and then move on?
Yeah,
Who's the
supporting.
supporting people?
Do supporting.
It's a gateway drug.
I think it's going to be Alicia Vikander. I think.
But which movie? Is she only? Is
For
she
the
up
Danish
for,
Girl.
For the Danish
Yes,
Girl.
and I do have to agree with Reefer that she was good in it, and I think that she was actually the best thing in that film.
Yeah.
I
The
would
rest of the
agree.
film was a little bit flawed, but
Yeah.
I think Alicia Vikander was just fantastic, nuanced, the best thing about it.
Stars
I think she
born.
had 6 films out last year.
Yeah,
There's
she was
some
a busy
remarkable.
girl.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
She
Yeah.
was-
So many.
Yeah, nominated against herself in some ways.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
movie therapy. Let's get into it. The doctors are in. So we
Okay,
have
so we're going to take a
the first question. Yeah, we'll get to hear it. Someone called in.
My wife is a big Hillary fan. I'm a socialist. I'm feeling the burn. Bernie. Anyway, here's the problem. What movies do you recommend that can bring us closer together during the election year?
A house divided.
I think this is a very common problem in America where we, maybe just don't talk about it, or we, we quietly say this or that and then try not to fight about it. But I think maybe the best way to deal with these differences is actually just to laugh about them.
Okay.
And so I'm recommending the film, The Campaign, starring Zach Galifianakis as Marty, this good-hearted guy who enters politics to go against the incumbent congressman who's a little bit corrupt, played by Will Ferrell. It is
right.
just delightful, and all it's really doing is making fun of how the campaign machine works in America. And what better time to think about that than right now in the lead up to the presidential election?
Right, let's see the clip.
We got a clip.
Good to see you. How you doing? Hate to break it to you, friend, but your balloon's getting ready to pop. And that balloon's full of your own butt toots.
Are you trying to trash talk me?
Might want to decide whether or not you're going to buy toilet paper or aftershave, because your face is like a butt.
Oh my God. You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
I do know how to trash talk.
Let me give you some trash talk, okay? You know what the difference between your mama and a washing machine is? When I dump a load in the machine doesn't follow me around for 3 weeks. Now you go.
You should take a bath in the toilet. I just want to debate.
No, now I go. You're such a little turd that when you sit in sand, cats try to bury you.
Whoa, this is a daytime show, Doctor.
It's just silly. It's just ridiculous. But it's not that far off from what's actually happening in the
I
campaign.
feel that we've heard very similar lines
Yes.
during this campaign season.
It's one of the things I love about it.
All right, Raper, where are we going?
All right, so my recommendation is Swing Vote from 2008. This is a movie that not a lot of people saw. It was not a huge box office hit, but I really liked it. It stars Kevin Costner as this kind of small-town guy. He's not really the most competent dude. His name's Bud. He just likes to kind of sit around, drink. He's got a daughter who's trying to encourage him to vote. You know, it's election time. She feels it's important, so he decides to go vote. Something happens, a glitch occurs, his vote doesn't get counted, and as it turns out, the entire presidential election now hinges on his vote. So you've got two politicians, the Republican played by Kelsey Grammer, and then the Democrat played by Dennis Hopper. Now they are basically trying to tailor their messages just for him and what they think maybe he might believe in. And what you get is this great campaign where the Democrats start running on the anti-immigrant and pro-intelligent design platform, and the Republicans are running on the pro-gay marriage platform, and everything gets very topsy-turvy. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Well, don't tell us everything. Let's watch the clip here.
I'm Democratic candidate Donald Greenleaf, and I approve this message for Bud Johnson.
What is our future? Children like these, like your daughter, Bud, happy, free, full of promise. But imagine a world without all this joyous laughter. I'm talking about abortion. President Boone, he claims he's pro-life, yet under his leadership, no significant challenge has been leveled against Roe versus Wade. With your help, Bud, the Greenleaf administration will lead a genuine effort to reverse this inhumane court decision. So join me and the Democrats as we preserve all life, thus fulfilling God's intelligent design.
Paid for by the Democratic Committee to elect Donald Greenleaf.
All right. Wow.
That looks great.
That we have not seen yet in this election campaign, but you never know. You
never know. Okay,
It's so early yet.
we've got another question.
Number 2.
Caller number 2.
I met my date on Tinder, and my favorite films usually star Seagal, Norris, Sylvester Stallone, and Matt Damon, but only when he's Jason Bourne. What movies can I watch, or at least the trailers, to fake it until I make it with a girl who goes for rom-coms and sappy stuff?
Wow.
Should we start with the lady, Doctor?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say congratulations. I also met my boyfriend on Tinder. Tinder is awesome.
Excellent.
And second of all, I totally understand your love of action stars. They can be fun. They can take you out of this world. And you know what? Rom-coms do the same thing, and in a perfect world, they kind of meld together. Yes. And one movie that does that, actually, that people don't always think of, is Rocky. So, Rocky, we all know Sylvester Stallone is playing a hard-on-his-luck, working-class boxer who may never make it in this world. He just wants to go there and show the world that he can fight. But what a lot of people forget is it's also a romance, and he's very much in love with a young girl who's very shy, who doesn't have a lot of people in her world, and he helps bring her out of her shell. And they really connect. So you get your Sylvester Stallone punching, which you want, and you also get your tenderness and your love. Yeah. So I think that's the perfect solution.
Take it to the tape.
Aren't you skating?
Nah, I ain't skated since I was 15. You know, that's when I started fighting, when I was 15. Skating's kind of bad for the ankles, you know? Yeah. You're a pretty good skater, aren't you? You know, like I was saying before on the way over here, you know, fight used to be tossing me, but no more, you know? See, all I wanted to do out of fight was prove I was no bum, that I had the stuff to make a good pro, you know?
You never got the chance?
Oh, hey, you know, I ain't crying about it, because I still fight. I kind of do it like a hobby. See, I tell you what the trouble is. You see, I'm a southpaw.
What's a southpaw?
Oh, southpaw means you're left-handed, and southpaw throws your timing off, you see? Other guys, it throws their timing off, makes them look awkward. Nobody wants to look awkward.
Well, you know, Philly's like 20 years behind.
Well, Now Philly's mad at you. Well, Rocky.
That's a good choice because you
come
know
ready to
Sylvester
fight.
Stallone's going to win. He's going to win for supporting actor this year.
There you go.
It'll
full
be
circle moment of his whole
That's
career.
right. That's right. The first time he's been nominated since that film.
Rocky.
And for being Rocky again.
And for being that's right.
Yeah.
For the seventh time.
He was really good.
Maybe he'll thank some of the colored people once he gets onto the stage this time.
I hope so.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
There's an answer.
So my choice is similar to what Kristen's saying. I was trying to look for a movie that would that both of you could watch, that wouldn't turn either party off necessarily. Again, this is not an action film, but it's Don John from 2003 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He wrote it, he directed it, he stars in it. He plays John Martello. He's this kind of New Jersey club rat, independent guy, confirmed bachelor, takes home a different woman every night, but he's got a secret. He's addicted to porn. And this becomes a problem when he meets the woman of his dreams, or so he thinks. Barbara Sugarman, played by Scarlett Johansson, doing a very broad New Jersey accent. And the two of them are trying to have a relationship, but he does have this little problem, and she's a bit of a problem herself. And what's great about this movie is, a little bit. What I like about this movie is that it really, I think, gets into some pretty serious issues about what men want, what women want, how they think of each other, how they kind of use each other. And I think if you can watch this movie and if you are able to be frank with your significant other, you might have some fairly deep conversations that could come out of it.
Let's see that conversation started here.
Listen, you decide what color. I'm gonna meet you at the registers. Just want to pick up a few things in cleaning products, okay?
What? Where you going?
What?
Where you going?
Nah, I'm almost out of Swiffer pads. I'm just gonna pick a few up.
What pads? What?
What is Swiffer?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know Swiffer?
What is that?
Seriously?
No.
Oh, babe, it's the best. You gotta try it. What do you do for your floors? You got those nice floors in your place. What do you mop?
No.
What do you do?
I sweep it up with a broom.
No, I mean to really clean it.
I don't know. The housekeeper does it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Listen, I'll just be a second, okay?
No, but come here.
What?
You're not gonna go buy a mop right now. It's embarrassing, okay?
Oh, babe, I told you it's not a mop. It's these pads.
I don't care. You shouldn't be doing your own housework anyway.
Why not?
Because you're a grown man. I mean, you shouldn't be cleaning your own floors.
Oh, I enjoy doing it.
Look, you know what? I'll call Rosa for you. She'll do your place.
Who?
Rosa, my cleaning lady. She's great.
Oh, babe, no. Thanks, but I like doing it myself.
What, you kidding me? Come on, you don't gotta be doing that.
Nah, babe, she won't do it right anyway. You gotta vacuum my carpet a certain way or else it looks
Don't talk about vacuuming in front of me. Come on.
Why? What's wrong?
Why? Because it's not sexy. That's why.
If that's anything like your first date, run. If anything like that goes when you meet this woman.
So painful. Okay, let's take the next call up.
Yeah, palate cleanser.
What if we have a major snowstorm on Valentine's Day? What's a good movie for cabin fever or lazy fever?
Lazy fever, that's the one I've got. Lazy fever.
Lazy fever.
What do you do?
Well, there are so many great romances that take place in the winter because, not just ones that are intense like Dr. Zhivago, but other fun ones and lighter ones and more current ones. And one of my favorites is actually Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And this movie takes place in New York. They're frequently going out to Montauk and laying in the snow or laying on frozen lakes and cuddling under the covers because it's cold out, and it's just beautiful. And it's a perfect Valentine's movie because what it's doing is exploring the idea of if you love somebody desperately and if they hurt you, and in this imaginary world, if you can have your memory of that person erased, would you fall in love with them again if you met them? Is love so intense and so predestined that we cannot stop loving somebody even if we don't want to love them, even if our memories are erased of them? It stars Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey, one of my favorite movies.
To the clip.
I could die right now, Clem. I'm just happy. I've never felt that before. I'm just exactly where I want to be. Clem?
A new mistake every time. That's my motto. A new mistake every time. There's too much out there to get erased and wind up with that one again. Woof. That's a lot. It is.
Oh my
That's one of the few, I think, upbeat Charlie Kaufman movies, though,
Yeah.
right? It's one of the few that actually kind of leaves you feeling a little, buoyant at the end.
Yes, true. Though it really drags you through the mud before you get there.
Oh, but it's worth it.
But it's
just
worth
like
it.
love. Just like love.
It's worth it.
So what's your prescription, Dr.
All right, I'm going to
Guzman?
choose a slightly wackier film. It's Scott Pilgrim versus the World from
right.
2010. Michael Cera plays Scott Pilgrim. He's living in Toronto. It's winter time, and he's in this sort of endearingly terrible rock band. And there's the cool girl in his community is named Ramona Flowers. He's got a big crush on her, but she's so cool that she has 7 exes that Scott Pilgrim decides he must defeat all of them, fight them all in order to win her heart. And it's a very strange film. It's a little hard to tell whether or not what's happening is actually real here or whether this is all taking place in his head. Or, does he have to defeat these guys symbolically or does he actually have to do kung fu and defeat them in some way? But I think it's a lot of fun. It's a joke a minute, and it's got a lot of people that at the time were not that recognizable, but who are more so now. Anna Kendrick, Aubrey Plaza, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Great cast, a lot of fun. Not many people went and saw it, but it's become kind of a cult classic, and I think it's really fun.
Okay, let's see the clip.
I can read your thoughts. Your wheel is broken. You're through.
What say we drink to my memory? Fair trade blend with soy milk?
Ha! I'm sorry, but that's pathetic.
Dude, I can see in your mind's eye that you put half and half into one of those coffees in an attempt to make me break vegan edge. I'll take the one with soy. Thanks, Tool.
Actually, muchacho, I poured the soy in this cup, but I thought real hard about pouring it in that cup. In my mind's eye or whatever.
What are you talking about?
You just drank half and half, baby.
Freeze! Vegan police! Vegan police! Todd Ingram, you're under arrest for veganity violation. Code number 827. Imbibing a half and half. It's borough. No vegan diet, no vegan powers.
But it's only my first offense, so don't I get 3 strikes?
Take it.
12:27 a.m. on February 1st. You knowingly ingested gelato.
Gelato isn't vegan.
It's milk and eggs, bitch.
On April 4th, 7:30 p.m., you partook of a plate of chicken parmesan.
Chicken isn't vegan?
The de-veganizing Ray. Hit him.
Oh my God.
You once were a vegan, but now you will be gone.
Vegan?
Ooh, got him.
Wait a minute, chicken isn't vegan? I've been living a lie. I'm living a lie.
Okay.
Moving on.
Are we on to the last?
No, this can't be the last one. Is it really it?
Last
okay.
caller.
I think it is.
Let's make it good. Let's run the last caller.
I'm a single straight woman. I've been single most of my life, and I hate Valentine's Day. What do I do?
Wow.
Well, all right.
I feel her pain.
Right.
I am partnered, but I've been unpartnered. No matter what, I think Valentine's Day sucks. I think there's pressure for the coupled people to have monetary displays of affection. I think for the single people, you're feeling lousy that you don't have a partner. I think Valentine's Day is pretty horrible.
Yeah.
But there are movies out there for the single gal that can make you feel terrific on Valentine's Day. And my #1 suggestion whenever I'm feeling blue as a woman is to see Auntie Mame. Auntie Mame, starring Rosalind Russell, the great, powerful, fantastic, eccentric, wonderful Auntie Mame based on a real character.
Everyone should have
Everyone should have an Auntie Mame. She's this well-to-do woman living in New York. She's got a diverse circle of friends. She's very liberal-minded. Some people think that she's too open-minded. She's friends with unwed mothers. She's friends with people of color. She's got people who are clearly gay in her circle. She's friends with everybody, and she thinks life should be about love and about fun. And her definition of who she is not defined by whether or not she's married, who she's dating. I mean, men are always trying to woo her, but she doesn't care. She's having a great time. Does not matter.
She's too busy.
Yes, and in this film, she is suddenly entrusted to care for her orphan nephew, Patrick, and she introduces him to her world, and we see the world through his eyes while he's being introduced to life as a banquet. And here is the #1 motto of Auntie Mame, which I always say to myself.
Hit it.
Live, that's the message. Live? Yes, life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death. Now, come on, Agnes, live. Come, child.
So, Auntie Mame, the patron saint of single ladies and gay men. Can we just run that back one more time? Like, it goes, it warrants saying again, in case you missed it the first time. Rosa Russell.
Live, that's the message. Live? Yes, life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death. Now, come on, Agnes, live. Come, child.
Shout out to my best friend Allison Beals. We always say that to each other, so that's you've got a special place in my heart with that old answer.
All right, ready for what's yours?
My pick is Waitress from 2007. Adrian Shelley directed this, and this was sort of a brief comeback for Kerry Russell. She plays a woman named Jenna. She's a waitress in a diner in a small town. She's got this uncanny ability to bake pies that befit any occasion or emotion for people. She's in a tough spot. She's got an abusive husband, played by Jeremy Sisto, and she's pregnant. And so she decides to start having an affair with her doctor, played by Nathan Fillion. But what I like about this movie is that even though the plot seems like the kind of thing that would say, here you've got a woman who's clearly looking for rescue, running from the arms of one man into the next, the movie doesn't go that way. And it's very different, and I think the way it sort of wraps the story up, or maybe leaves it a little more open-ended, actually, is the kind of thing you just don't usually see in movies. And so I think this character, Jenna, the waitress, is unusual that way. It's a romance that's kind of a non-romance in a way.
All right, let's go to the clip.
Well, what?
Nothing. You can go now. I'll see you at your next regularly scheduled appointment. And again, don't hesitate
To call you if I have any questions or concerns.
Exactly.
Why'd you have me come all the way in here if spotting is a perfectly normal symptom in early pregnancy? I mean, I had to get up early, take a bus, walk 5 blocks just to hear that spotting is a perfectly normal symptom?
I have no response to that.
And what time does this office normally open, Doctor? 8:30?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So you came in here 2 hours early just to tell me that spotting is a perfectly normal symptom?
Well, it would seem that way, yes.
Goodbye, Dr. Palmater.
Goodbye, Jenna.
I think you're strange. I'm not sure I want you to be my doctor anymore. You make me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, Jenna. I'm really sorry. Whatever it is I do, I will not do it anymore. You should not be uncomfortable at this time.
You're doing it again.
How? What did I do?
I don't know. You know, that nice guy talky thing you do. You just... I'll forget it. Damn, my purse.
You forgot your purse. Hey! Don't walk away from me.
Well, what do you want?
I want to see you again. I want to talk to you somewhere outside of here. Maybe we could have a coffee or something.
I can't have coffee. It's on the bad food list you gave me. What kind of doctor are you?
Well, you don't have to have coffee. You could have water or fruit juice.
That's a bad idea. I'm married. You're married. I'm pregnant. You're my doctor.
You're right. It's crazy. It's unethical on my part.
This is really, they're going to get busted so quickly.
And that's the prescription for the single girls.
But I'm telling you, there are surprises there. Even though it looks like every scene you've
Clearly.
seen in a movie, it doesn't go the way you think.
No, I think that was a thriller.
This has been fun, and there's no bill in the mail, so thank you both for coming by. We have to do this again, but not in another year's time.
Oh, please.
Okay,
gladly.
Thank you.
All right, well, Kristen Manzer, Rafer Guzman, thank you so much for being with us
Thanks
today.
for
This
having
was
us
awesome.
back. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank
Happy
you.
Valentine's Day.